Hey there, Chad here for the AI Content Dojo, and in this video I want to answer this question: which AI writing tools should you use? This is going to be my guide trying to help you figure out which ones to use. I like to put them into stacks, but it's going to be based off of me basically testing practically everything there is out there on the market. And yeah, I'm basically trying to read your mind right now. Like, I can imagine that you're in this moment where you've kind of got that excitement, like you've heard about AI writing tools and all the really cool things that they can do for you, like kind of complete your thoughts, act as a really cool AI assistant that's kind of there to help give you ideas or to help you write faster and all these things, and you want to use them. And so you go out there and you're doing some research and you're trying to figure out what's out there, and wow, you start to discover that there's a whole bunch of different tools out there, and they all say that they're the best. They all say that they're amazing and can create, blog posts in seconds and all that kind of stuff, right? So with so many options out there, which ones do you pick, right? Which ones are really, really worth it, and which ones are hype, and which ones kind of sound really amazing but really aren't. I'm not really going to detract from too many in this article, in this video, but what I will say is that the ones that I'm picking them for a reason. They're the best. They're ones that I've tested, I've used for a really long time. I've even taught about some of them, and so yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I'm picking it. I'm the AI Content Dojo. I've been doing this for months. I use these tools. I think that I'm coming from a place where I'm going to try and provide you with a really good reason why these are the tools that you should use. I will be right up front with you. I'm completely transparent that the links that are in this video or in this article, they are affiliate links. This does not affect my choices here. I mean, pretty much all the tools in this space have an affiliate program anyways. But I promise you, I'm picking these tools because I have literally tested everything. And these are the ones that you should pay attention to, because at the end of the day, the output is what you're after, right? So yes, if you purchase one of these services using the links that I provide, that they're going to give me a small commission that's going to help the AI Content Dojo grow so I can create more guides and everything. It's at no extra cost to you, and I really appreciate your support. So here are the stacks. I like to call them stacks because in some cases, a couple of tools used together can produce a really amazing output for you. So the first stack, I call it the beast stack, right? It's if you have like no money issues, you don't care how much it costs, you just want the best of the best, this is the stack that you should get. It's Phrase plus its SEO add-on and Jarvis. Phrase actually recently gave me a discount code that you can use to save 25% off the first 3 months. It's called, the code is Dojo Discount right here. Definitely don't forget to use that if you're going to go ahead and choose this stack as your option. Click here to go to Phrase. When you're signing up, use Dojo Discount to get 25% off the first 3 months. Jarvis, I'm sorry, I don't have a discount code for Jarvis. There are none available that I know of. But these two tools are going to give you basically everything that you need on the market. They give you an incredible amount of flexibility in your writing, because with Phrase, you're going to get SEO optimization, AI research, content analysis, gap analysis. They even have this really cool content analytics tool that will look at your analytics and kind of offer you ideas for things that you could write about, or ways to boost some of the articles that are maybe kind of landing on the second page of Google instead of the first. A really important thing is that Phrase's AI writing does not use GPT-3. So it can give you the ability to write about things that maybe Jarvis won't be able to. Jarvis is obviously the GPT-3 juggernaut. It's the biggest tool on the market. If you haven't heard of Jarvis, they really market a lot. It has loads of templates to get you specific types of content. Has really cool commands that you can use to get even more content from it. They've got recipes to kind of increase the your productivity in your workflows, kind of make you work faster and that kind of stuff. It really is sort of the biggest AI tool, the AI writing tool on the market. So when you combine Phrase with Phrase's SEO add-on and Jarvis, you basically get everything you need that you could possibly ever want, really, wrapped up in that. Now, the price of this, of course, with all that power comes the price. You're going to spend anywhere between $199 to $269 a month. So with Jarvis, you want the boss mode plan. That's what gives you the most ability with that tool. That's going to cost you $119 a month for their boss mode. Phrase is $45 a month for their basic plan. You see that right over here for the basic plan, then $35 a month for the SEO add-on. The SEO add-on is necessary because it also unlocks the unlimited AI writing capability. So that comes out to $80 a month for Phrase Basic. But if you have a team, you should opt for the team plan of Phrase. That is $115 a month. And then combine that with the SEO add-on, that becomes $150 a month. And that's why you see that price range of between $199 a month to $269 a month. That depends on if you pick the Phrase team plan or the basic plan. But yeah, I mean, it's pricey, but if you're making money from your writing and you can justify or you get a return on investment with this cost, then this is kind of the best combination, the best stack that you can get right now. Okay, if this is too expensive for you, it's, I understand, especially if this is your first attempt to go into the AI writing space, you probably don't want to just start dropping $200 a month on something. So let's talk about the budget stack right now. I say stack with quotes because in this case, you're just going to pick one of the tools. So I know money is a concern for a lot of people, especially if you're not from the US and your currency doesn't convert well to dollars and it becomes really expensive for you. Or maybe you're not even doing client work. You just want to use AI tools just to see what they can do for you. So since you're on a strict budget, definitely pick one of these two tools. Pick Shortly AI or Phrase plus the SEO add-on. Shortly is that really cool minimal writing app. It's really a writer's dream. One of the reasons why I suggest it here in the budget plan is because I convinced them to give me a 35% off discount code. So you get 35% off for as long as you remain subscribed. I mean, that's a huge deal, saves you a ton of money. And it puts Shortly AI within, budget costs for a lot of people. And what this will do, and also the 35% plan or discount will actually apply to the annual plan as well. If you really, really want to maximize your savings, that's really crazy. You can get Shortly basically for $507 a year, which will bring the price per month down to $42.25. And if you just want to go with the monthly plan, that'll be $51.35. Shortly is a fantastic tool. I mean, it's the tool that I started off with. In fact, I still use it today. I have in this channel created probably 70 different videos or so showcasing how to do things inside of Shortly. It's every bit as powerful today as it was then. And yeah, if you just want something that you can just pop open, start writing, this is the tool for you. Phrase I discussed in the beast mode or in the beast stack session part, where in this case for budget purposes you would pick the Phrase Basic with the SEO add-on, and by default that comes out to $80 a month. It's a bit more expensive than picking just Shortly. The reason, though, that you would pick Phrase over Shortly is if you're doing small amounts of client work or something and you need the SEO optimization capabilities, maybe some of the AI research tools that Phrase has content gap analysis and different things that you can offer to your client because you have this tool, then this is a really good deal for you, because there's no other tool in the market that gives you all of this power plus the writing and everything. So Phrase is the one that you want for in that case if you want a little bit of extra power. And again, don't forget to use the Dojo discount code to save 25% off for the first 3 months. Okay, and then finally, let's wrap it up with the middle of the road sort of stack. I just call it the stack, since I'm not very creative, I guess. It's 2 tools, and in this case, it's Shortly AI and Phrase with the SEO add-on. As you can tell, Phrase is kind of all over the place in here. They really do have a good deal. I mean, the reason it's in these is because it has some really fantastic tools, a really decent price, and if you combine Shortly AI with Phrase, you basically get all the best of all the worlds, except as compared to Jarvis. Jarvis has a little bit more power than Shortly AI because it has templates and recipes and other things that you can use. But if you just want that app, that's just like Shortly AI, like it loads so fast. It's so snappy. The UI is out of the way and you can just get in there and start writing kind of almost right away. It's fantastic for that. And so this stack, the regular stack, will cost you about $131.35 a month. And that is with all the discounts and everything applied. So you get, I should say it's with the Shortly plan applied, the Shortly discount applied, but Phrase's discount is only for the first 3 months, so I didn't really mark it that way in this number here. But so for the first 3 months, you'll actually save $20 more, so it'll be like $111.35, which is a little bit better deal. You'll save some money. So a special note about the Phrase discount code. It's for anything that you put into the cart, right? It's the SEO add-on. It's the plans that you choose. You can even use it with the annual plan, but it doesn't give you 25% off the annual plan. What it does is it gives you the equivalent of 3 months, 25% off of 3 months off of the annual plan. So you don't get like an extra benefit except for the fact that there is already 15% discount applied to the annual plan. So you do save a little bit more than you would normally. Okay, so why stacks and why these choices? The reason I picked these is because they actually complement each other really nicely. And they offer different things, right? Like Phrase has kind of got like a lot of SEO power stuff. And that's because technically Phrase started out with being SEO. It didn't have AI writing and all that kind of stuff in it originally. But they have introduced that. And because they did it in their own way, they're not using GPT-3. Since it's their own language model, it gives you some capabilities, or gives them, I guess, some capabilities for situations where, like, for whatever reason, OpenAI has maybe some rules in place that prevent you from writing about things because, OpenAI deems it toxic. And you run into that kind of stuff a lot more than you think with these GPT-3 writers. There's things where, the filter will consider it toxic, but as the writer, you're sitting there thinking like, wait a second, this is not toxic. It's not like you're cussing or writing about adult material or, whatever, right? Something that really could be considered toxic in some sense, I guess. But for whatever reason, it's being flagged, and it just kind of really stops you in your tracks, right? Like it just literally makes that GPT-3 writing app do nothing for you because it literally can't produce the results. But in cases like that, if you have these tools, like if you have both Phrase and Jarvis or Shortly, then you can switch over to Phrase, and Phrase can write about that stuff because Phrase is using their own model with their like rules. But for the most part, it's fairly wide open. It doesn't have the same toxic filter that GPT-3 does. And so combine that with the ability to do a bunch of SEO optimization and some content gap analysis between the competition that's out there. Also, it has an outline builder that's really kind of cool. I really like their content analytics tool. I have another video that actually explores that, where it shows you, takes the Google Search Console data and it analyzes it, and it finds things that it thinks would be easy wins for you to optimize an existing article and make it better so that it ranks higher in Google. So you get those kinds of tools along with some really nice AI writing capabilities, and really the output is different between these two tools as well. Like, since Phrase has their own language model, the types of output it's going to produce will be different than what GPT-3 based models do. And so you basically get the best of all worlds when you buy them in stacks like this. So that's it for this video. I do want to say happy writing. Good luck with your content. I hope that you are ultra successful with all this. I'm happy that these providers are giving me the opportunity to give you great discounts on these tools, because I think that going forward, these are going to be things that we're going to need to know how to use in the future, especially as the AI starts getting better and better. And by giving discounts like this, I'm able to get more people in to make it a fair competition, fair field for people who are just bloggers or writers. For whatever reason you're writing, you're not falling behind because you can't afford to get into one of these tools or something. And please, when you do go and subscribe to these tools, by clicking these black buttons that are I basically put them throughout the entire article on this page. The link to this page will be in the show notes below. When you click on these, please don't forget to use these discount codes. It's a Dojo discount for Phrase, and it's Dojo for Shortly AI. And unfortunately, I don't have one for Jarvis, but maybe someday, who knows? But at this time, I don't. And yeah, I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that you take advantage of this. And until next time, take care.